To Moscow, and is on fire. When Napoleon realized at that moment, they will not give up. They will kill themselves and destroy their country before they will let us get in. It is important to conquer a country that basically is just a parking lot. And probably lose all my men in the process. So there's that point. If he doesn't turn around right now and go back, every single one of his men are going to die. Sadly enough for the French, it took 500,000 men to try to conquer. 400,000 died. 400,000. 80%. That's horrible. That's like the highest death toll in world history up to this point, like a single campaign. Weird about it though is Napoleon didn't lose one battle. He lost the war. How is that possible? How do you win every single battle but lose the war? Exactly. If you like MMA, it's like you win the first 4 rounds and the guy catches you with an uppercut and that's it. You're winning on the scorecard, but he knocked you out. He wins. How goes in war too? Okay. One situation you can undo it all. Okay. The French eventually won. Alexander's a hero. He has saved his country from the most dangerous, scary leader the Russian country have ever faced. Okay. Napoleon gets back. French people are so angry they throw him in prison. They take away his power. Okay. Never lost a battle, and that's what happens. That's how it goes. Okay. Whereas Alexander is an absolute hero, but he didn't live very long after the war. They said the stress of it killed him at a young age. Stress kills people. Okay. It's happened to American presidents as well. Okay. Take a look at Barack Obama 8 years ago and look at him now. How much older does he look? I mean, like it stresses you, it ages you. Okay. So Alexander dies. Relatively young. Okay. The country, although happy they won, is virtually destroyed. Napoleon might have lost 400,000 men. Over the next 10 years, Russia loses over 1 million people to starvation each year. Why so many? They destroyed their stuff and basically killed themselves. It was one of those situations where no one wins. There's no winner. They both lose. Okay. It's like the day I heard guys from Conan the Ground. I didn't get it either. Okay. So Alexander dies. New leader takes over. Okay. Alexander II. He takes over a country that's an absolute disaster. He knows the western part of the country has been ruined. So he's like, how can we tap into resources in the east? Bring stuff to keep us alive in the west. So he builds a railroad. I think it's the longest railroad still today. Okay. We're going to go to the western part of Russia all the way to the east coast. It's called the Trans-Siberian Railroad. Where did the Trans-Siberian Railroad? I have no idea why they named it after this railroad. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And they start bringing stuff west. It helps, but it doesn't fix the problems. Too many people, not enough resources. And it's not fast enough to get things over in time. Okay. So to keep the people happy, he makes a decision. We'll change Russia forever. If you remember, 400 years earlier, Ivan IV made everyone a servant. Alexander decides, I'm going to make people like me and happy with their life. I'm giving them freedom. They might not have food. Life might be tough, but at least they're now fully owned. Now, I think he ended it for 2 reasons. One of them is not because he's a nice guy. Okay? Not because he's a good guy. All right? He goes on in history, I think, as being a good guy, but he's not a good guy. His quote about this is, famous quote, "It is better to end serfdom from above than to wait for it to end itself from below." What is he basically saying?
That they might get killed.
Who might get killed?
Or the people above. They might get
Him. If the people are angry at the government and they're angry, they're coming for you. So if I give them their freedom, they're going to always think of me good because at least I gave them their freedom. Okay. I think the other reason he ended it, I didn't put the year. This is 1861. I don't know if you guys know what's going on in the world in 1861. Abraham Lincoln's just freed slaves. So there's not many countries left in the world that have like people owned. The Russians know this. Could they revolt? Yes. Like so, I think he was trying to make sure that they didn't blame him. Go ahead.
Like, was there like communication between
Not
like
great.
Russia and like?
No, not great. But eventually, it probably would get. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like it could take years, and he obviously, I'm sure he knew about it. I think there was better communication for people at the top because at this time, like. Just like right around the time where you have like telegraph and stuff like that being like created where messages can actually come kind of quickly. Okay. But you're right. I mean, to regular people, it's not like there's like a newspaper distribution is really common, but eventually they would find out. I think he knew I'd rather do it and act like I'm the one who just like came up with this idea than to wait till people hear about this and say, oh, well, I'll end it. I wouldn't get as much credit then. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think that's how he thought. Okay. So that's the good reason. Everyone's not free. They've been essentially owned for 400 years. Now, all the money they make is theirs. All the food they grow is theirs. Life is good. Here's the problem. Alexander, obviously he was in charge, but he gave a lot of his serfs to family friends, family members. You know, they almost like were like lords. Okay, and so like you can run businesses and have these workers. You can have farms, have these workers. All you got to do is feed them, give them shelter, and kind of just like take care of them, like feudalism. Okay, and when he makes this decision, those people are furious because now what do they have to do for themselves? They already had to do that. What do they have to do that they don't want to do? Pay them. They don't want to pay them. Okay? So what pretty much all of them decide to do is almost like go on strike. I mean like the people who like own these farms, own these factories. They basically say, I'm a millionaire. I have all this money. I'll be fine. I'm closing my factory. I'm shutting down my farm. All you people living on here right now, you're free. Get off my land. Where do we go? I don't care. You're free. Go somewhere else. What about our home? No, that's my home. I gave that to you. Now you got to be paid? No. Bye. Good luck. That sucks. Do you think some people would have probably just stayed for food and for shelter at that time? It's not illegal. You can't do that anymore. Okay. Kind of like remember we talked about indentured servants? How we could probably find people from other countries today that literally come to the United States and live in our homes. Guarantee what happened. It's illegal. You can't do that. Even someone, if I went to like, I don't know, like the Democratic Republic of Congo and taught someone to come to my house, becoming the person who does my yard work, and the police came over and they're like, you can't do that. The guy was like, yeah, I want to be here. I like doing this. I enjoy living in the United States. They'd say, too bad. Mr. Schuster, you're arrested. Can't have these people. So like, it's not a choice thing, okay? So now all these people have no jobs, no shelter, no food, no skill, no education. Where do you go? They don't know what to do. Okay, go ahead.
Or for people to like come to the United States and do it for coding, so like your friends just helping them out or something like that.
You have to pay minimum wage.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think that they would probably they would not allow that. You know what I'm saying? They would think, and maybe you get away with it, but you'd be really risking something. I don't know what kind of people really go to jail for that. I guess it's going to be fearful enough. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you.
that's when Frank comes over.
Right. Absolutely. Just doesn't to do it right. But I guess if they're living in your house, they're doing that every single day. That's not really like anymore. You know? Yeah. Because he had some hard times. Yeah. And he did things just because he was grateful. Right. But if that had continued by for like 10 years, they probably could have it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So all of Russia's people had no jobs, food, shelter, skills, or education. Who do they blame for this? The Tsar.